Hey everybody, it's William again. Just a relatively quick video here to touch on the things I've already talked about to do with the Billion Coin. Now, as you know, I do promote this quite a lot. Don't I? You may have seen me do that a lot, and there's a reason for that. But before we get there, I want to talk about a few things. Number one I want to talk about is the exchanges. Now, TBC was built on a peer-to-peer platform. The first platform they had didn't really work out because there was too many people in there selling cheap. So, and a lot of people would not send coins on to other people to take the money, but they wouldn't send the coins on. So they totally reformatted the whole site and basically turned it into what is now the trade site, which is foolproof. You load in your TBC, somebody at the other end loads their BTC, and you get paid if there's a matching sale. But there needs to be a matching sale. Now that's quite a hard thing to try to do on the trade site because 99% of people on there are selling and 1% are buying. And from what I can understand from looking at the site and trying to work with the site, is if you want to sell your Bitcoin, you need to load up various different amounts. This could be $1, this could be $5, this could be $10, this could be $20, it could be $15.50, it could be whatever amount you want to load in. And what you're waiting for is for somebody to want to buy that exact amount. As the coin is increasing in value each day, you will see there is pretty darn hard to sell on there because people are not going to buy right now a full coin, because they don't have enough trust in the site. Why? Because there's 99% buyers or 1% sellers. Other way around. 99% sellers and 1% buyers. And there's no relationship and there's no trust. And this is why I promote working peer-to-peer, but so many of you are having troubles with that. Partly because a lot of people out there are selling cheap, which people are seeing that and thinking, well, I can buy it cheap, why should I pay full price? Which is why now TBC admin, I've got the report feature. So if you see anybody who's selling TBC cheaply, you have to take the task on of reporting them. In order to report somebody, you need a screenshot as evidence and you need their wallet ID, because then admin can block that wallet ID for 6 months. Down to me, I'd remove it indefinitely, but I don't have that power. I have very little power. I'm just a user just like you are. It just so happens to be that I've been around since nearly the beginning, and I have a lot of information and I know a lot of things about TBC and the way it works. Now, some people just want to totally rubbish TBC, say it doesn't work, say it's a Ponzi, say it's this, say it's that, because they're so used to being on an exchange. And that's why they say what they say, because they don't understand what TBC is and how it works. And as we know, TBC works quite simply peer-to-peer. And this is exactly the way Bitcoin worked in the beginning. And it took them a good 5 or 6 years plus to get on an exchange. And we're only a year old. So, it's going to take a bit of time. You need to learn to be patient. Otherwise, why are you doing it in the first place? Patience is key. And there's a lot of you out there that just don't know what to do. You're really struggling trying to sell the coin, and most of you will try and sell cheaply and you still won't be able to sell the coin. Why? Number one, because people won't buy from somebody who's discounting it anyway, and you're taking money away from yourself. And number two, you don't have the ability to build a relationship with people, and people will buy based on a relationship. And this is something I always talk about, because it's absolutely key. You need to build a relationship with people, and some people out there will say, well, you don't need to build a relationship on Bitcoin. No, but you still need to talk to people and go on an exchange and buy and sell. But that's not what this currency is about. This is a relationship currency. You need to talk to people, and that's what I tell everybody to do. Follow the rules, and you have to do it. If you want success, you need to learn to build relationships. And for those of you that struggle, that's why I built the rotator system. And I made it really simple. I said all you need to do is share the rotator link 2, maybe 3 times a day, and share your own links. Click on your own bubbles that are on your own profile you get created, and you'll be on there for a year. I guarantee if you do what I say, you'll make sales, because you have to. The amount of work that I'm putting into this project, I refer to it as a project, but it's a long-term project. You know, I'm already ranking on Google. I've already got positions there. Google have picked up the site, and now they're just going to start throwing traffic at it. So for people that have problems building relationships with others, they need to start using the rotator. And yes, there is a fee for it. And so there should be. This is a business at the end of the day. TBC is a business. It's a relationship business. You need to get good at building relationships. If you're comfortable building relationships with other people, talking to them, telling them what you do, and listening to what they do, you can't just make it one-sided. Then you need to use the rotator, and you need to promote it. It is not hard sharing a link. It's the push of a button. Add a call to action. You're done. Click post. It's that easy. But yet some people still struggle with doing that. People need to stop being lazy and just get on with it. You know, sometimes I say things that may come across as hurtful, but actually they're the truth. You know, if you have a 9-to-5 job and you don't turn up for the job, you don't expect to get paid. This is exactly the same thing. You have to put the work in. And as some of you will know, I put a lot of work into this. Every single day for hours and hours. And I do things that nobody else can. You know, this is why the site's ranking on Google. I've got access to special tools and programs that are going to help me do that. And people that are in the rotator, they're going to get the benefit of that. You know, people have to pay the price, and I charge them Bitcoin or PayPal, not TBC. Why? Because I have fees I need to pay. You know, when I run my website, I've got my website hosting, I've got my bandwidth. You know, that I need to upgrade that every single week because more traffic is coming in. And all of these things cost money, and as yet, my hosts, they don't accept TBC for payment. So, you know, I need to pay them in what they accept, which is either Bitcoin or cash. It is what it is. When I created the rotator, I took TBC to get the site more well-known and to help some people out. And maybe 3/4 of the people that are on the rotator paid in TBC. And there'll come a time soon enough when I've got enough funds, then I will open it back up again to TBC. But what's the point in doing that if people don't understand what they're doing? It's all about relationships, just like life. Life is about learning and helping and sharing others. And, you know, if you can't do that, you're really going to struggle in anything you do. You know, I don't know what other programs you're involved in right now, but if you just grab a link and post it somewhere, you are not going to get very good results. Because you're not building a relationship, you're just spamming people with your links. You need to have something that's going to help people. Now, the rotator system I built is now going to be used in a couple of other different business models. Because they've come to me and they like what I do with that rotator, and they want me to do it for them too, for their business model. When you have a product that people want, they will buy it from you, providing you put the work in. If you don't put the work in, they won't. So you really have to learn how to build relationships. And if you don't know how to do that, then I'll teach you how to do that. And yes, there is a fee. That's included in the rotator fee. You have to do and follow the directions if you want results. If you put nothing in, you get nothing out. It's that easy. Anyway, so I'm going to sign off. I'll put this up later on. Click, share, comment, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.